Good afternoon on this blessed Sunday, gorgeous day of spring. It's in the mid 70s here. I'm Coach Valerie Verhoeven Hefty out of North Carolina, and I'm stopping by today to give you a little more information on the Travel Treasures Legacy Circle. About a month ago, started seeking fellow women and men who want to do something more to make the world a better place to be. As a legacy circle, what does legacy mean to you? I can start, maybe help get you going and thinking. A legacy means something you leave behind, usually after you have transitioned, but you also could look at it from the point of view as a living legacy. Well, Travel Treasures Legacy Circle has been designed to do multiple things to help the world become a better place to be. Founded on true heart emotions, life experiences, solutions, questions, contributions, donations, charity, things to make the community in which you live a better place for others less fortunate than you. Also, a place where people starting over can come by and be mentored at no charge from senior people who have had similar paths or understand what it truly is you're going through. I don't care if you're a former criminal. I don't care if you're a drug addict, a narc addict, an alcohol addict. I don't care if you're the mayor of the city. Whoever would like to participate in the Legacy Circle just has to apply and go through some screening questions. I cannot take everybody. I am looking for those special someones, someone who is hungry, someone who wants more and wants to do more, and most importantly, not afraid to push up the sleeves on their arms and get down in the gritty, nitty work of it. Is it hard? No, but it is work, okay? It's something extra on your plate. You have to be able to manage multiple things. You have to be able to set priorities. You have to have business acumen. You have to know where to go to get the help you need or the help for the people that are coming into your own charity legacy circle. So, Travel Treasures by Valerie was named Travel Treasures for a couple of different reasons. I started traveling as a very young child with my family. My parents got into camping because I was in Brownie and Mommy was a Brownie leader, God rest her soul. And we went from pup tent to pop-up tent to, what do you call it? A little box camper. And then we went to a full-size camper, and then we moved up again to a fifth wheel camper. And my father's last vehicle for traveling was an Airstream, a motor coach home. So we traveled most all of the eastern seaboard and most of the states to Mississippi. And boy, what a life it was to be able to travel, enjoy nature, go to different experiences, state parks, competitions. It was wonderful. And as I entered high school, of course, we had to start a language. Regents people, students in New York State have to have a sequence in a foreign language, and I had chosen Spanish. I started it in seventh grade. My first professor, she was a true Madrid Spaniard. And Miss Rose, I just absolutely loved her. And I learned quite a bit from her, especially a strong foundation. When I hit junior high, not middle school anymore, junior high, I became a student of Senora Malinsky, a Mexican brand Spanish. And like English, there's all kinds of dialects. And I carried on with that throughout graduation. My parents, most importantly, they were persuaded by Senora Milinsky to help me go for the 2-week vacay to Spain, Palm Week and Easter week, way back in, I believe, 1972. It was a trip of a lifetime. Having speaking Spanish since I was in 7th grade, learning each day by day more idioms, more pronunciations, more voices. I was absolutely thrilled when my best friend, my bestie, Maureen, we called her Mo, and I were selected. Apparently, the booking people had overbooked, and they were short a room in the block of rooms where the entire group was staying. And so they asked for the 2 highest achieved influency Spanish-speaking people, boy or girl, had to be the same sex, to have a room in the atrium. Now, imagine being 16 in Spain, loving the new customs, the travel, everything going on, and you have liberty different than everyone else that went. We felt special. Can't say we didn't sneak out the other entrance, because we did have entrance to our room from more than one door opening in the hotel. It was a beautiful atrium right over the pool, a gorgeous room, and we had a whole lot of fun. Well, that trip to Spain is what caught me. That caught me in the travel bug. I was going to be a wanderer. I wanted to travel the world. And I set out about doing that. Now, some things happen really fast and some things not so fast. And my husband, last husband, I have 2 that have transitioned and got their wings. He had picked out tons of places, having been a major in the Army for over 20 years, that he had traveled to that he wanted to take me to. And Hawaii was one of them. Well, as life would have it, life happened. And Mark became critically ill, complications from serving the Vietnam War. And in less than 6 months, he went from fine to getting his wings. He had always wanted to get me to Hawaii. And when he was in his hospice room, him and his brother and I, we joined hands, we prayed. I sent him on a trip with me to Hawaii in his final moments. He opened his eyes for the first time in days, and a beautiful smile of peace came across his face. And we saw his soul soaring out the window. The nurse the night before said that he's ready. It's going to be within 24 hours. And she said, well, I would like to open the window with your permission so his spirit can soar free. Wow, stranger offering that to someone she didn't even know. But these people did become family all during the hospice stay, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So, my life got uprooted. I had stability. I was married. I had a nice career in education in Washington, D.C. But now I found myself all alone, or at least I thought it was. And I moved to North Carolina to be closer to my family, my son and the grandchildren and his wife, and moved around a little bit in North Carolina. And I, one by one, began going to the places that Mark and I had planned to go. Well, as luck would have it, and destiny, I, was not looking for love again. I was very happy with who I was after, I got through the initial grieving process. Well, God laid literally in my lap a man with the heart of gold, who, if it could be perfectly stated, is the perfect Renaissance man, someone that loved me for me, didn't want to change me, appreciated my talents, could tolerate my habits, good or bad, and also loved to travel. So, and since I began traveling so much, along with my education consulting business, because I'd go on site and train for 3 or 4 days in the education business. So now, a friend, colleague in that consulting business introduced me to a travel program where I could own my own agency, where I could book travel and get paid to travel and mentor, not just teach, mentor others in how to travel and get paid as well. We build a living legacy. So if you are interested in knowing a little bit more, tonight at 8 p.m., I will be going live on Zoom and I will post the recording. A quick 30-some minute session. That's my little puppy. He's only 6 months. He likes to get into everything. Hope you don't mind. And we'll go over what it takes. Let's see if you are a good fit. Do you have the love for travel and the love for helping others that I do, yet you just don't know where to go or how to get started? Well, I call those options. So please, let me show you some options this evening. Stay tuned. I will post the flyer with the pertinent information for the Zoom. You are more than welcome to come on. You don't have to be on camera, but I would love it if you were. I like to see beautiful people from all around the world. And we're going to go step by step through the presentation, and you are going to take notes so I can get your questions answered. So begin thinking. Legacy circle, changing people's lives, changing my own circumstances. Wow, don't you think that sounds like a great thing? Who else do you know in your circle or your community, your life, that you would want to help support them and guide them towards a better life? I thank you for listening to me this afternoon. I do a weekly post around 3 o'clock on Sundays, and the Legacy Circle is called Travel Treasures, okay? Travel Treasures by Valerie. And treasures because when I travel, I always find treasures. And I don't mean just the baubles, the bling bling, pottery, paintings, tapestries like that. The true treasures are the friendships I make with other cultures. They are the memories I make and build with whom I went traveling to. Our company is all about culture as a family. This family you get to choose. I know some of our families are complicated. I'm one of them, but I'm one of 6 children, and I love them all equally, but for different reasons. So, and if you're wondering, you only have to be 18 years old to get started in the business, okay? And the other detailed particulars will be given to you this evening live on Zoom with Coach Valerie Verhoeven Hefty. Take care. God bless. Remember, God loves you.